Okay, good. So the kind of biggest the biggest challenge in this is that in the forward motion there tends to be this kind of rock in the movement. So what generally tends to happen in this case is like this, and then this kind of big rock back, really exaggerating it. But in this case, kind of lose the ground in the forward, and then the back kind of the ground kind of comes in after. So just to kind of practice this, what I want you to do is do the first suburi, and then immediately go into the second suburi and kind of cycle through them. So what you want in the first suburi is to try and take this feeling of being really just grounded. I'm really just here. I'm focusing on the down, really finding the ground here. So really what I want you to do is find the back here, find the ground, and then go straight into number 2. And try and infect the second suburi with this feeling of really just being in the ground here. And try and minimize this feeling of kind of rocking into the ground. And just have the feeling of it directly entering the ground with the hip. This way. This way. Yeah, feel that you kind of hit the ground with the hips. This kind of feeling. So just go number 1 and then number 2. But really try and get this solidity in the forwards movement. Lose nothing of the down as you travel forward. Yeah, just give it a try. So just cycle between the first suburi and then the second suburi. Try and really get a sense of a clear grounding, a clear direction down with number 1. And then go to number 2. It's like the hips are kind of hugging the ground constantly. The hips are constantly sinking down. Yeah, that's very good. Nice, Catherine. Great, Catherine, great. Nice. Okay, great. We're going to skip into number 5. So keep the same kind of feeling. What I want to do is really use the ground. When you deliver the blow, you find that the body's stable and in the ground. So take this really slow. Because then the tendency is in the forward motion, I rock in the ground and then rock back. Rocking forward and then rock back into the ground. So just again, have the feeling that you're connected underground. Underground is what you want. The feeling's underground. This way. So really have the feeling of sliding the body underneath and coming in. Just allow the hips to be calm and really ground the cut. Yeah, just do it really slow. 2 or 3 cuts and then rotate. So just working with number 5, Yoko Menuchi, with a step each time. Really slow. Nice. Nice. Right. Okay, great. So do the same now. You're going to go backwards. In this case, it's delivering a yokomen. So what you do is roll back the hip and strike down. Roll back the hip and strike down. In this case, I don't do the round curve, the circular movement. So in this case, you don't do this kind of work. This kind of work as you do going forwards. In this one, you just raise straight up and then cut down for the yokomen. So in this case, just step, roll back up, and then cut down onto a yokomen. Okay, so again, really using the line. You're going to be here, roll back with the feet, cutting down. Roll back with the feet, cutting down. And again, now really keep the center of the ground going back. So one tendency is to get there and then rock forward. But just see if you can sink the hips down into the ground as you retreat. Sink the hips down. So use the back foot and then sink the hips in. Sink the hips in. Yeah. So to kind of, this is a yokomen uchi backwards. It's actually used as a defense, but in this case, just focus on cutting through with the cut. That's it. Nice, nice, nice. Hello. Okay, and then one of the main rock in this one that you'll get is when I complete the cut. Here, if I'm not fully grounded, what will happen is I need to shift weight forward to pull back. Shift weight forward to pull back. In this case, I don't want to do any of that that kind of excess movement. So when you cut down, just have a feeling you can shift the body back this way. So just in this case, practice this. You're just gonna cut back and then shift back with the body. So forget about the cut because the motion with the arms has a tendency to pull me forward, and then I need to move back. So just try and remove this movement. So just cut back, and then have the feeling you can just press into the back hip and roll back. But try and minimize. If I'm in this kind of position, I need to kind of move and rock. Or if I'm in this kind of position where I'm too much in the back, what I need to do is rock into the front foot to adjust this way. But just really feel that you can find the center of the move. So the center of the posture, and then just roll back into it. Yeah, so just do one cut. You can change sides each time. One cut and just one retreat backwards with the feet. Yeah, just try that. So get the feeling in the cut more and more that you get to the center of the position, and then just really shift the body back. You should be able to just move back with no forward backwards rocking. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Bernie. Nice, nice, nice. Good. Okay, good. And then just to practice the same thing, do the same, just reverse the order. So you're going to slide back and then cut back. Yeah, so just do the first one, is basically just a retreat with a step this way. So you're just going to practice from this position, really the feeling of just rolling back the body this way. Just practice rolling back the body here. And rolling back, and then from here, find the other cut. So just practice this way. You're going to just slide the body back, and then find the cut. Yeah, give it a try. So now the first movement's a retreating step, and the second movement's a cut. Give it a try. Okay. Or a hit. It's a hit. You're going to hit with the Bokken. Yeah, good. So you withdraw, cut. That's it, nice. Yeah, good. Nice. Great. Good. Okay, now you're going to do something slightly different. Starting this way, you're going to retreat, roll back, and then you're going to cut in straight forward. Okay, so kind of the same principle. You're going to roll back first, and then step in with the cut. You can do this both sides. Just roll back the body first, and then step into the cut. Do them separately to start, and then you can start to blend them together next. So this way, just have the feeling of retreating, withdrawing back, and then coming in with the strike this way. So really 2 moves. 1, 2. And in all the movements, just really feel that you can find the center of the move. Center and then press out from it. Yeah, so now you withdraw and then advance forward with the attack. Yeah, give it a try. Nice. Very nice. Okay, great. So we'll go to the 7th suburi, so cutting and thrusting. In this case, just start from this position. I want you to just advance straight forward with the yokomen and then thrust in this way. So 2 advancing moves now. Just from the front foot, just slide in and find the yokomen uchi here, and then curl in through the back hip, find the thrust and the ski. So just 2 movements, really pressing forward with the body. This way, this way. So normally the suburi is done from first finding the Jodan Kamai. And in this case, just go straight from this position, advance, and advance this way. Yeah, give it a try. Just the 7 suburi in a kind of short form. So yokomen right side, ski on the left. And and nice. Very nice. Nice. Good. So especially now with the ski, this tendency to kind of rock through the body, through the weight, kind of also starts to come up now. So this and then this. So in a sense of rolling out and then having to roll back with the hip. This is just the body kind of looking for its balance. This way and this way. You see this kind of clear rock through the body. It's also because I'm applying the force now this way out. The body gets pulled out and then it gets pulled back. It has to rock back in order to do that. Or I just go in tension like this way. I'm just through tension. But if I really allow the body to find its balance, this rocking will happen. Now the rocking's not bad, it's just symptomatic of being in a out of balance position. So really get the sense of cutting here and then nice and slow, thrusting out. But really look to kind of minimize the sense of rebalancing this way without going to tension. So this, really slow, this way. And just keep the hip should feel calm all the way through. So they should feel like hugging the ground all the way. And if I feel that the hips lose the ground, this is when you get this kind of bouncing, this bouncing movement. So just take this a little bit slower now. Feel that you really ground the hip, ground the hips during the movement. So in this case, it's not that the hips are ungrounded and then I re-ground them, but the feeling that the hips are rolling underneath the ground already. This way. So the hips are always grounded through the movement. Okay, give it a try. This is harder in movement. Oh. Especially now with the horizontal move coming out. The tendency is to pull the hips out. So take it real slow. Yeah, exactly. Huh. Yeah, Serena, in this case, allow the hips to rotate more this way. So you're actually coming in a slightly more sideways position. You see the position of my hip? So slightly more this way. It's a little bit more like the Joe work. So in terms of the hip work, it's a little bit more, the body's a bit more side on. So with the cut, it's kind of the hips are kind of front facing this way. If you imagine like a tight triangle this way. And then what I do is like really open the back hip out this way. So in this sense, these are two different positions. This also allows you to really find the thrust forward this way. So this kind of horizontal position to the side. Just think in terms of the Joe work. It's not exactly the same. That in the Joe it's slightly wider, but it's the same idea. I'm actually slightly more sideways facing with the hips. Yeah?
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
Just focus on that transition. Yeah, that's it.
It's much easier.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. So this way, the hips are changing to accommodate the force of this horizontal move. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Good.
So is this the same for any for the 6 one as well?
Yeah, for 6 as well. Six is a little bit tighter, but in terms of the bodywork, also yeah, I'm also going into this position. But in Japanese, this is like a hitoemi position, so that basically means I'm out of hanmi in this case. So it's a kind of variation on the hanmi, but in this case, this way the body's actually all the way off the line this way. So I'm actually so it's a kind of entry move. So and also the same in the 7 suburi. I go from a very clear hanmi with the sword work to then this way. So the whole body's on this side of the sword. So in this case, I'm kind of wedged off the line with the feet this way.
Okay.
To make the body small, which means I'm basically entering straight in this way and just avoiding the line in this case.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
So yeah, the same for 6 and 7 in terms of the ski. Yeah. There we go, great. Great, great, great. Okay, good. And then just to experiment again with the footwork, just going to start in the left side. I want you to now roll back and make the cut. So the same cut you did before with like a number 5 Yoko Minuchi. You're going to step back, cut fully through, and then from here, pressing forward with the ski. Yeah, so you kind of do one move back, one move forward. Just start, in this case, always on the left side. So cutting back, down, and then thrusting forward here. Let's start left side, cut, thrusting through. So one retreating cut this way, and then just feel that you can pass the weight through into the thrust. Yeah, give it a try. So retreating back, and then thrusting forward. Ski forward. Just make sure to start on the left side for this. Left. Oh. Nice, nice, nice. Good. That's it, nice. Okay, good. And then in this case, just slightly exaggerate the cut. So the feeling in this case is to roll back and not just cut down into the person, but I want to kind of slam the sword away from them. So in this case, the feeling is really slamming the sword down. But what I want to do is deliver the whole weight of the body through the sword this way. This is totally clearing the sword out of the way, and then you can thrust forward with the body this way. So just practice like this now. You go left side, roll back, and have the feeling really of slamming the body through the weapon. So the feeling the whole weight of the body presses through the sword this way. I want to slam the sword out of the way, and then from here, this position, just go straight into the thrust this way. Yeah, so just feel from the left side again. Just slightly exaggerate the cut. The feeling's making contact with the sword, and then pressing through the body this way. And then you're just going to thrust through with this movement. In an actual kind of, in a situation like this, if I got this movement, slam the sword down, I'm in a position where I can just thrust from the back foot. So actually explore, you can explore both thrusts. Just get the feeling now of this movement. And then I can either press through the front foot and thrust, or press through the back foot and thrust. Oh, that's hard to say. Back foot and thrust. You go here, slam through, and then press out. So the feeling's really of grounding this, cutting the body this way, slamming through, and then thrusting out with the body this way. Yeah, just give that a try. So slightly more exaggerated. Slam, to slam the sword. Very nice, there we go. And that's it. That's nice. That's it, Catherine. Yeah. Good. Hey. Very good. Hey. Nice. That's it, Jorge. Great. Yeah. Perfect. Good. Nice. Yeah, so in this case, get the feeling from, in this case, the contact's going to be made during the retreat with the sword this way. The feeling's making contact here, as if I'm going to block it, but then what I do is just press through it with the body this way. So really get a feeling, in this case, the contact's going to be made about here, this way. And then from this position, the hips and the center drop through the sword. In this case, I want to avoid throwing the sword out with the body this way. So really get a sense of this. Just take, again, this a bit slower. Just feel that you kind of establish contact with the person this way. And then the feelings of pressing the center through. It's like doing like a Nikki or something. You make contact with the body here and then you press the body through it. So contact through the body. I don't want to kind of roll the body through it this way. So don't throw the body out. Don't throw the body out with the sword. It's this. So the body just kind of drops through. It does curl through, obviously. It's going to do this, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't kind of angle out. So just get the feeling of contact, press. And then from this position, I should just be able to press out. So just feel that you basically compress fully into the ground and then you just press out. Hello. Yeah. Hey. Okay, good. So we'll do one more. In this case, working with a different movement. Still working with this idea of retreating and then advancing. So what you're going to do in this case is find the Jodan Kamai. Now we're used to just coming through and attacking with this one. You can also do. But from here, what I want you to do is again reverse back this position. In this case, the sword's going to come very low. So in this case, you're going to do like this. You roll back to the Jodan Kamai, and then from here, take another step back, and you're going to lower the weapon right down this way. Again, it's kind of setting up a trap. But in this case, you go here, roll back again. Just practice these 2 retreats. So this is basically shifting kamais now. So from this kamai, go to Jodan with 1 step, and you go to kind of Gedan, low kamai this way, and really sink the body down back. Yeah, just give this a try. The two retreating movements. See, from Chudan kamai into Jodan into Gedan. We go mid, high, low with 2 retreats. So in this case, don't make this a cut. So in this, you can do that also. So in this case, you can also, cut down with the body. But in this case, this is just transition into another kamai. So this is kind of setting up a trap. So you go from this position, and then I'm just going to shift the kamai to another position. So this is just a shift of kamai. So take this very slow. So this is like coming to here, find the kamai, and then I want to shift back this way. Yeah, so take the transition as slow as you can. Almost kind of too slow, painfully slow. Try and really do it quietly and slowly. Painfully slow, that's how I describe it.
Michael,
Hello?
can you do it straight to the camera, please?
Yeah, sure. So from here, I can't see. There we go. So you go this way. Right. Now from here, just shift. I'm in this position. So the sword in the end is what I'm doing in this case is offering the head as a target. So I lower the sword and really open the head out for a target. This is really a trap. So this is going from here, here, to here. That way.
Okay, thank you. That helps. Thank you.
Keep going. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Good, Adrian. Yeah, good. There we go, good. That's it, Hila. Nice. We got it. Okay, very good. Go. So So if you do the same movement, now you're going to make a kind of an advancing from it. So you roll back, you change back, lower the sword. Now from this position, the likely attack, because you expose the head, if they take the bait, is to go for their head. So what I'm going to do in this case is rolling from the front foot this way, striking up to the wrist, and then striking down for the head. Do this in 2 steps. From here, roll down, really into this good and low position, and then striking up for the wrist, and striking down for the head. So 2 attacks. 1, 2, and then here. Whoosh. This way. Yeah, give it a try. So you strike for the wrist and then you strike down for the head. Give it a try. Really with a feeling of advancing forward. Yeah, good. Nice. Good. Very nice. Okay, good. That's an easy one. So we'll do just to finish one more. In this case, do the same motion. This. You start with the wrist, this one, and then you're going to slide in this way. Strike for the stomach. This way. You follow through with the body this way. And then from here, I'm going to rotate the whole body back and strike to the back of the legs. So this is going wrist, stomach, back of the leg. Yes, this is really, how do you say, taking the person out. So you're really going to come to here, come to here. First you take the hands out, and then you strike them in the stomach this way, and then you strike them in the back of the knee. This way. Yeah, just to really make sure. So really also practice a full range of motion. Here, reach and go. Through with the body this way. Follow through with the strike this way, and then from here, from the hips, fall through this way. Do this motion, and then the hips swing back this way. Yeah, give it a try. So this goes wrist, stomach, knees. High, low, high, middle, low. High, mid, low.
Michael, I've got 2 questions.
Oh, go ahead.
When you're in this position and you're striking up to the wrist,
Yeah.
Are you moving it at the same time and then you're flicking it up, or is the blade already turned for you to do that?
Let's see. Yeah, in this case, this is. In this case, from here, I'm in this position. In this case, don't rotate the blade. So I'm basically going to use the blade this way, and I'm going to just press in through. So the top of the blade, this is going to strike the bottom of the wrist this way. So from here, I roll up, and I just press up through. Press up through. Press up through that way. You're gonna impact with the blade side of the weapon this way. So don't change anything. Don't change anything with the grip. Don't rotate through the grip. Just press up through it. Press up through it. Yeah.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Number 2, second question.
I couldn't figure out your turn, the one where after you've gone through the stomach and then you turn to the...
You come here. Now from here, I bring the feet together this way. Now from here, I just bring everything back. So the way you come in, that way, is the way you go back, that way.
I see, okay.
That one, that way. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Thank you, Michael.
Keep going. Last minute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey. 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 That's it. There we go. Great. Yeah. So in both of those, really allow the bodywork to bodywork advances. It's the bodywork coming. It's the bodywork advancing through this way, and then from here it's the body coming through. So it's always just the last few. Just prioritize that the body's coming in, the sword's following. So the body's coming in, the sword's following. The body comes in, the sword follows. The body comes through, the sword follows. Body, sword, body, sword. Yeah, so it's trying to initiate the movement from the lower body in the center. Just the last few. Yes. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Good. Great deal. Very nice. Okay. Good. So we'll finish. Very nice. Hey. Domo, arigato gozaimasu.
Domo, arigato.
Right. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Michael.
Very good. So.